hello, how are ya? And welcome to the second episode of my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Last episode, we woke up from a weird fever dream, and now, today, or right this moment, we shall talk again to Momodi to see what exactly is Alda. What is it about? Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Number 1, don't die. Number 2, don't die. Number 3, loot all the bodies. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetherite Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue. Then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetherite. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune to them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before, Chichune? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. Oh my. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Pugilist Guild over at the Platinum Mirage. Assuming those weapons of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across the area and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, other adventurers, armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Alda, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Chichune. There's plenty as won't? Scruple to swindling unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests, which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Ciceroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetherite Plaza, the Pugilist Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, and before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Time to become a gopher. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it from me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you're finished, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a gil to your name. Oh. Hey, how's it going? Sure. Uh-oh. Loading screen, what's happening? Oh, alright, I can see people now. So I finally gotten out of the instance. And I am in the world. Doing stuff and junk. Let's explore. So right now is the Rising event for 2016. It's the 3rd anniversary of the Calamity, and it looks like I am disconnecting. That sucks. Oh, there we go. So I can't do it until 15th level, so I might do it on an alt. So I'm looking at all that pretty crystals there. Now these are side quests. These little marks right here, and if you look at the map right here, this is the Aetherite, and this is a main story quest. MSQ. I'd like to to know what you think of Alda. So you're taking Alda, Chichune? Make any friends in high places yet? Well, when you have the Sultana's ear one day, I hope you won't have forgotten old Lyman. Just as long as you're here, maybe you can do a favor and take this missive to Joseus at the Platinum Mirage? It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? Time to do some gopher quests. So, let's head on over to the Aetherite. See this big glowing crystal? Oh, it's pretty. You are tuned to the Aetherite! Hooray! Huzzah!
Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momedy of the quicksand? Quicksand! Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you are so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. So now when I die, I can return to Alda. Or also if I just want to use the return spell. Alright. Actually, there... No. Let's get more of these. Jajakuta. He's visibly perturbed and in some need of assistance. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours, Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews. What say you, friend, Care to help a merchant down on his luck, Bring me 5 snapping shoe pelts, and I promise to make it worth a while. You can find the creatures roaming Central Thanalan. Yay! I get something. I can punch something. Punching is fun. Oh, here we go. Do you have business with the Platinum Mirage this evening? Yes, I do. I'll miss it from one. Alright, then let's have a look. Bird is burned, let the hounds feast. So it goes. Well, you see, the guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Fortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. I see you already walked the path of the pugilist, yet your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. Our origins of pugilism, as we know it, can be traced back to the staging of barehanded bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the bloodstains. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime in presence, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ulda swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods has never fails to flend the fames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you must first obtain the guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you'd like to meet him. I would. So, are you ready to present yourself for the guildmaster's inspection? Yes. Master Hermann is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Bloodsands as a holy fist. Though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters, you'll find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Fighting spirit.
Best time you got your arse back there. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Oh yeah, he's older.
You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods.
Alright. What? Oh, you're here in Troll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner?
In my capacity as a guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as... Uh-oh. Blah, blah, blah is a blade, blah, blah, blah. Guidance! Not only will you master striking techniques, whoa! You'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless fury of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah! What the? Crikey! I'm spent from all this talking.
So am I.
You ought to speak more, lass, and give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? All right, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now.
Can you go the distance? Yes.
Yes, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, lass. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thonlan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews, and sandals. Return here when the deed is done. All right. Whoop.
Hey, I saw you looking at me. You got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do. You know Diddlada? Short broke never pays what he owes. Yeah, that bleeding horse, son. Tell him to pay up or swear by the 12 I'll beat him so hard they'll feel like the summon coming of Dalamud.
If I see that little shite's face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp, like as not. So you go and tell him. Whoa, okay there. Okay, calm down. I'll let him know. Sure, no sweat. Alright. Running through Vilda, trying to get more quests. Let's sprint! Oh, here's Diddlelada. Uh-oh. Oh, gods be good! Gelder's goon! Alright. I'll give back every gil I owe, I swear. But no more beatings, I beg you! Here's a quest for me. Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. Ain't much to look at, but it'll surely fetch a high price. Was me dear departed mom's wedding ring. God's rest her soul. But she'll understand. Show it to Mamane over at the ossuary, and you'll get your coin. Okay. Oh, Ethernet shard. A tune. Woo! So basically, attuning to these little aetherites, you can move around more easily in the cities. I am Erasmus of the Order of Naltfall, and I am charged with studying the anatomy, I don't know how to pronounce that word, of this region's fauna and the environs in which they dwell. For the dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can come only through knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanalan. But there is much work to be done before that day. Aid me, sister. Bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thanalan, by way of the gate of the Sultana Dotson. Do take care. They can be feisty little critters when threatened. Mamane. Greetings, adventurer. What brings you to Azranith, Osiri? Well, I have this gaudy ring here. Would you like to... You wish to sell this heirloom on behalf of a Diddlelada? Very well. It is most unfortunate when such drastic measures must be taken. And doubly so when the item in question is a fake. And such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Alas, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, since it's a rather unusual circumstance, we shall waive the fee this once. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. Thanks. We can talk to Diddlelada again, I think. Oh, wrong one. How can the Ossuary demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for rouge and sun-silk dresses and feed my marmot? Oh, if only I'd have the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely he would be rewarded, maybe even promoted. If things don't improve, it won't be long before I join the beggars at Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate, I beg of you. Speak with my husband, Bobonima. Bobo tea? And find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Coliseum entrance, wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. Oh, she's the keeper, that one. And here he is. Hi, I'm Bobonima. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. That is, if you believe that harpy I have for a wife. She never cooks, she never cleans, she just gallivants around spending my hard-earned money. And now I see she's speaking ill of me to bloody strangers. Well, if you're hell's-bent on meddling in my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these France the Fair flyers and posting them on the walls inside the Coliseum. I've got a long night ahead of me standing out here, so I won't be getting to it anytime soon. When you're finished, go and tell Woken at the Gladiators Guild. He should give you something for your trouble. Alright then. We are good. Whoa, there is a lot more ahead of us. We are going to take a break right now. Poor Chuchune. She has such a big line of work ahead of her. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye!